Session 102, A Brief History of British Game Shows. The first ever British game show was Spelling Bee in 1938. Transmitted live from the BBC studios, the format of the show simply involved a panel of guests being asked to spell a series of words. The show was short-lived as the Second World War resulted in television closing down, and on its return did not produce any notable game shows. In 1951, that all changed with the launch of What's My Line, a panel show in which contestants with unusual occupations perform a mime of the job that they do. Then field yes or no questions from 4 celebrities aiming to work out the contestant's job. In 1955, ITV came into being, a commercial station that brought into revenue and allowed for game shows to offer cash prizes. The first one being Take Your Pick. The game opened with a qualification game where the contestants had to respond to the questions master's questions, without saying yes or no. Those who qualified were asked 3 general knowledge questions, and if answered correctly, would get to pick one of 10 keys, each one corresponding to a numbered box. The host would try to buy the key off the contestant, who would either sell back the key or open the box. Some of the boxes contained booby prizes, others contained legitimate prizes. This brought on a game show frenzy, and by 1958 there was a quiz show on 6 nights of the week. A similar fever existed in the USA, and as a result, many different formats emerged and were subsequently copied. Despite the shows like the $640,000 question and 21 enjoyed immense success, Take Your Pick remained one of the leading shows with audiences, but unfortunately axed due to the loss of the franchise. Despite the launch of the BBC's second channel in 1964, there were not many offerings to fill in the void left by Take Your Pick. Call My Bluff was the only game show of any note on this channel, whilst ITV aired the highbrow University Challenge. The 70s brought with it a political incorrectness as comedians and sitcoms aired their dirty laundry on ITV. To counter this, the BBC produced several game shows with the functional upstanding family at its base. Shows like Ask the Family and Generation Game. The Generation Game and shows to come, like Family Fortunes, held with the family-orientated format. The strike culture that was sweeping across Britain again altered the face of television game shows. ITV's Sale of the Century capitalised on the BBC's all-out strike and won over 21.2 million viewers, the highest ever rating for an ITV game show. The translation of American game shows onto British television kept the genre alive, but it was the Krypton Factor that was one of the first new-style game shows to be exported to the USA. Launched in 1977 by ITV, the Krypton Factor combined quiz, puzzle and physical challenges and put 4 contestants through the ultimate mental and physical tests. The title of the show was a reference to Superman's home planet Krypton. Each episode consisted of 6 rounds: mental agility, response, intelligence, observation, physical ability and general knowledge. The mental agility round was originally called the personality round, in which contestants were set creative tasks such as rewriting nursery rhymes as news reports or inventing limericks on a given topic. Other rounds included dexterity tests, spot the difference, assault courses, spatial awareness tests, and questions rounds. Contestants went head-to-head with the overall winner of each episode moving on to the next stage with a chance to take it to the final to win the Krypton Factor Superperson of the Year. The show aired for 17 series consecutively, with no show produced in 1944. It made a return in 1995, but was not seen again until 2009 or 2010. Although it was very successful in Britain, it did not do so well in the US, producing only 2 series. The first was a 5-week limited series that aired in 1981, and the second premiered on September 15, 1990, and ran until September 7, 1991. So successful was the Krypton Factor that it has crashed on merchandise including clothing and sports bags made popular by the show itself, as all contestants would receive these items with the Krypton Factor logo on them as gifts for appearing on the programme. Several books have been published concerning the show, and in 1989 a Krypton Factor quiz book was published. There have also been a computer game and an interactive DVD board game. Adrenaline, a company that offers corporate entertainments, paintball, orienteering, mountain biking and survival training in North Yorkshire, markets itself as the home of the obstacle course from the TV series, which offers the paying public a chance to take on the assault course.